Hello guys and welcome to my quick Orochi tutorial in For Honor. Just a quick heads up why I'm doing this video. I've been searching on YouTube for tutorials on For Honor characters in general, but most of the videos are outdated and the characters have changed in some form or way. So I will try and do some guides on how to play them, so you can start out with a nicer experience, because For Honor can be quite painful at the start. So let's go over his moveset first. His moveset is kinda basic, but if you know how to use it correctly, it can be a weapon. The first thing is light, heavy. It's a very simple combo, there's not much you can do wrong with it. Then there's light, light, heavy. Then there's heavy, light, heavy. They're all pretty basic, nothing special, and just heavy and heavy. Something special about it though, after any opener, that means after any first attack you do, you can do a follow-up light, and it looks like this. Basically what you do is, after you hit an attack, you press light again really quickly, and you will do something like this. What this is good for, it means that you get an extra 4 damage for every single attack that you do. So it's really, you should just do it, like there's no reason not to do it. And another thing is, if any of these combos end on a heavy, which all of them do actually, if the heavy is on the top, it will get the effect unblockable. If you're new to For Honor, that means that the attack cannot be blocked, it can only be dodged or parried. That means it will also do a lot of damage, 32 damage just from this one attack. And if you don't know how to use it correctly, something you can do is top heavy, feint it into a guard break. If you know that the enemy is going to try and parry it, just always do this. If you go up against a better enemy, sometimes you have to let it go through and sometimes you don't, but you will understand that over time. So for the first part, just do this and guard break, and then you get a free heavy. Let's get back to his moveset. He has a forward dodge light, which looks like this. He has the same thing just for backwards. For both of those, apply the same rules. You can do the follow-up attack after for 3-4 damage. And Orochi has side dodge attack like basically every character in the game. And the side dodge attack has the effect undodgeable. That means if the enemy doesn't try to block the attack or parry it, but he tries to dodge it, he can't. He will always be hit by it, no matter what he really does. Another thing that he has is Storm Rush. Basically what you do is you dodge either forwards or backwards, and then you just press heavy. If you hold it, you go into a stance like this, you can either let go, and you will let out a quick heavy that is also undodgeable. And of course you can also do the follow-up light afterwards if you have the timing. And the same thing goes for backwards. If you want to do it immediately just to catch your opponent off guard, which you should 90% of the time do because it makes more sense, is just pressing it really quickly and try to always switch up the sides. And the reason why this move is good is not just because it's quick, but much rather because you can do mind games with it. Orochi has a kick, which looks like this. When he hits the kick, he gets a free light and a top finisher heavy, which means that he can go into the 50-50 that I just showed you before. And now the funny thing is about Orochi, his animations look very similar to each other, with the kick, storm rush and just the empty dodge. You can also delay your kick and make it even more difficult for the enemy to guess what you're doing. For example, if you look at these animations really closely, at the start, they're all the same. And the second the animation comes out, it's unreactable. That means the opponent has to make a prediction, or he's basically just fucked. Now, Orochi has something really special that makes his character strong. Only a few other characters have it, for example Pirate and Tiandi has it a tiny bit, but he has it in the most important way. He has something called dodge cancel recovery. Normally when you end a combo, you are stuck in this animation and you can't do anything until it's over, and it's just basically the end of your combo. But with Orochi, you can cancel the recovery by dodging. And as I showed you before, all of his moves are with dodges. That means you can just infinitely spam everything if you really want to. And you never have to end unless your stamina goes up. Of course you can be the annoying Orochi and just do that. But if you want to do it in a more intelligent way, just try to not overuse it. Just try to condition the enemy into either thinking you're going to spam it, which means basically doing it often, and then just suddenly not doing it, and he will think, oh, I need to side dodge attack to get away from it. Or you just don't do it at all and only do it at times when you think it really does something for yourself. For example, if the enemy does a side dodge attack while you whiff your attack. Normally, because of the recovery, you couldn't do anything and the attack will just hit you. Well, guess what? If he actually would do that and I would whiff this light, I can just backstab light away from the side dodge attack. Now here comes another important part of his moveset. Something that Orochi has is called a deflect. Basically what this means is if you dodge into an attack in the perfect timing and you press light, you do a counter attack basically. I can show it to you. And I will give you an advice to it after I show how it works. So when you see the attack coming, you would just need to get the timing right. Wait a moment, I need to do the light attacks. And you can just dodge into the attack and you will block it without taking any damage at all. And afterwards you can just press light to get a free attack and the enemy can't do anything about it. Of course, because it's an opener, you can, if you have the correct timing, you have to follow up light. Not like this, but much rather. I can't get it now. But basically just the follow up light like at any other move. And that's basically it for Orochi. Of course you will try and get better at him over time. You will understand how to use the dodge cancel recovery in a more intelligent kind of way. And of course it's all just about experience and learning how your opponent plays. And basically that's all you have to do and just find out how you want to play Orochi. So this was it for the video. I hope it helped you guys and try to understand the character a bit more. I had a lot of trouble with him at the start and didn't find a good tutorial, so I thought I'd try and give one out for you guys.